Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. You're still in my corner, like always, comfy as always, and I have a new guest in my corner. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I guess I would. I'm AJ LoCascio, better known as the voice of Marty McFly for the Telltale Back to the Future game.
And I actually tried to dig deep on the internet without being too much of a stalker or hacker, finding out a little bit more about you and your work. And it was kind of funny because the backest thing I could find was Jack Sparrow.
Great.
Could you explain a little bit about that? Because that seemed kind of a little bit of a big leap from Jack Sparrow to Marty McFly.
Yeah. Well, that was how I paid my way through college, more or less. I was a Johnny Depp Jack Sparrow impersonator. I would do parties and travel around as, mostly as Jack, but occasionally as Johnny Depp, and just do parties. It was just this random thing that I kind of fell into by accident. So it was pretty, yeah. That's how I paid for school.
Well, that's a good thing. Hey, if
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
make it, you gotta make it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious though. Did you have an interest in acting? Before that, were you going to college for that sort of thing, or did you just kind of fall into it?
I've always kind of toyed with it. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd do a lot of running around and, making movies and acting and whatnot, but it was always just kind of like a silly thing that I did. I never thought I could make a job out of it or a career. But I went to school for film, and I kind of kept finding myself cast in different movies and whatnot. People just kept kind of being like, "Hey, AJ can act," and I'd be like, "I can," and they would throw me into a movie. So I don't know, it just kind of came across, I guess, organically. I always thought of actors as crazy people, which they are, so I tried to avoid being one.
So there's no craziness, not even a little?
Me? Oh, I'm insane. But, I mean, there's a different kind of crazy. I think most actors are very full of themselves, and I hate myself, so.
Oh, there you go. But
No, I'm kidding.
At the same time, you can look at imperfections or mess-ups or things like that a little bit differently.
Right.
I'm kind of curious, though, obviously there's all this hubbubaloo about the new Back to the Future game and, how the MP3 ended up, in their offices. How exactly did that come about? Did you just want to submit your voice to that? Did you hear about it? How did that happen?
It's kind of become like the thing of legend now around Telltale, which is pretty funny. It's, basically I was at work, and I saw that the game was being released through one means or another, and I was like, I need to. It was actually one of my cousins was like, dude, you gotta like find a way to do the voice, and I was like, nah, that's kind of crazy. There's no way. And then it kind of hit me. I was like, yeah, I should do that. So I was actually driving, and I literally did like a 180, spun around, and went home, and found the information at Telltale, and just called the first person I saw, which. I believe was the president of the company, I'm not sure exactly who it was, but it was someone very high up, and didn't hear anything. So the next day I was like, all right, screw it, I'll call him again. I'm nobody. I'm not ruining any reputation. Left another message as Marty McFly, basically. I mean, it was me, but sounding as Marty-like as possible. And still didn't hear anything back for quite a while, a couple weeks, and then I got an email saying, hey, could you send us an MP3? And I sent along a recording of me doing, various lines from the movies. And at the time, I was living in New York, and I didn't hear anything back for quite a while. Wound up moving out to LA, and when I got here, they called me up. They're like, hey, we really want you to play this part. Can you send another audition? So I did. And then I got the role within, the first week or two of moving out here to LA.
That's amazing that you just went for it. You were just like, screw everything, I'm just going to go for it. And
yeah, why not?
that takes a lot of confidence. I got to give you applause for that.
Oh, well, thank you.
And so were you surprised when they legitimately accepted, your audition and you became the voice of pretty much an iconic character?
No, I knew I was. No, of course, I was shocked like crazy. It was, I honestly didn't think I had a snowball's chance in hell getting, just being some unsolicited, jerk who sent in sent a phone call or an MP3 to just randomly, I didn't have an agent. I still don't really have an agent. And, I was just nobody, so I was shocked beyond belief. I'm still shocked. I'm still recovering.
And I'm sure, the press and all the attention it's gotten from, fans alike has really just added to the surprise.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I didn't honestly think anyone would care. I just thought it would be another, oh yeah, they just got someone to fill in for Michael J. Fox. But apparently people really care, so it's been very cool.
Well, I think it's due to the title itself. I mean, Back to the Future is so iconic, and it's been in everybody's lives for such a long time that people have to watch it so obsessively.
That's true. It's true. Trust me, I've been there. I do love Back to the Future quite a bit, so I understand.
And so you must be sort of a video game fan, a geek like one of us, right?
Oh, I'm certainly a geek. I do love a certain percentage of video games, but I'm not the guy waiting online to get Halo or, any of that stuff. But, no, I'm definitely, I have played Resident Evil 4 way more times than any human being should, so, I have a certain percentage of that, yeah.
Have you gotten a chance to play any bits of the game itself?
Oh, Back to the Future? Yeah, I've played through it like 2 or 3 times now, or watched my brother play through it a couple times, really.
Jealous. I've only played the first part. I'm still waiting for part 2.
Oh, well, I haven't played the rest of them. I've seen bits and pieces of 2 and 3, but yeah, they're still working on all that, so they haven't even played it yet.
Well, now that you've gotten the chance to sort of see the first episode, do you think, I could have done a line better, or are you just overall happy with your work?
No, when I listen to it, I'm like, I could have done that. Everything I hear, I always think I could do better. I'm never quite happy with anything. But overall, I'm like, I guess that's good. But I'm the worst I'm my own worst critic.
And since, you've basically broke into the voice acting world so suddenly, do you think you'll continue to pursue other jobs?
Definitely. Waitering, being a busboy. Those are probably jobs likely on my... No, I'm definitely trying to get out there and do more, voice work. I love doing it. It's an incredible time. It's a lot of fun. And, and especially like Back to the Future, I have like something ridiculous, like 1,400 lines in like 2 days to do. So I'm doing an incredible amount of volume and I still enjoy it, so it's definitely something I'd like to pursue.
And you can get up and go in your PJs. Nobody has to film you or anything.
Exactly. Well, I still do have to like walk to get to the studio. So I might get weird glances. But yeah, I could totally wear my PJs as long as they don't make noise.
Bunny slippers all the way.
Exactly. Unless they have sound effects.
I'm kind of curious though, since you're sort of new to voice acting, do you have any tips or secrets that you've picked up quickly at all?
No. The only thing I've really learned is apparently coffee's bad for you before you do. Coffee, cigarettes are bad for you before you record, but I don't smoke and I don't really drink that much coffee, so I'm not worried about that. And when your mouth starts to sound all spitty and gross, if you eat a green apple, that helps.
I've heard about that before. I never knew why, but what do I know?
Like, when your mouth makes like that gross clicky noise that old people's mouths make, when you're talking, you hear like their tongue hitting.
Oh,
apparently, a green apple will help, pacify that noise.
Do they just have those in the booth for you to eat now and then?
I wish. They actually do have little cans of apple juice.
And I have a question. Is there anything specific you want to get to, like a specific genre with voice acting? Like, do you want to continue in video games or try animation or do dubbing or something like that?
Yeah, I really do just want to do it all. It's, I love, cartoons and stuff like that. I would love to do a cartoon voice, but I also, I'd love to do some more, I guess, serious stuff like, something like BioShock or Uncharted or something where there's some real, performing going on as opposed to just like, I say, that's a screwdriver, isn't it? Just something absurd.
Well, high five, you mentioned Uncharted.
I did. Oh, I'm a huge Uncharted fan. I absolutely love Uncharted.
I'm terrible because I go for all the trophies and I played the first one and the trophies weren't out yet, so now I have to replay it.
I've beaten that game many times, so you don't have to feel both of them. See, I am a gamer to a certain degree, but I'm very specific about what I play. I can't just play, anything.
You play the good stuff.
Yes, only the good stuff, and Uncharted 1 and 2 is certainly the good stuff.
And I think we're going to take a very short break here on 91.8 The Fan, but I will not chase our awesome guest away, don't worry, so keep it tuned to your favorite station, everything you want and nothing you don't.
This is a public service announcement. It has recently come to our attention that not wearing shirts causes Sassenach cancer, double herpes, and super diabetes. To prevent these made-up illnesses, 918 The Fan is distributing protective clothing specifically designed to protect you from hazardous materials through a patented process that we won't explain because you'll probably just be too stupid to understand there's totally not fake or made-up science. To get your protective garments, simply head over to 918thefan.com and click on the apparel button under store. Remember, only 918 The Fan's protective shirts are 100% effective in protecting you from the radiation given off by death crystals and dysentery lasers. Don't settle for cheap imitations. It could cost you your life.
Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. I have not chased away my guest. Don't worry, he's still here, maybe.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, maybe I fangirl screamed too much in the background. You never know.
No, you're okay.
But I was wondering a little bit about any projects that you might be working on, whether it's, voice acting or film or anything like that you could pimp out to us.
Let's see. Yeah, there's not much. I'm on the just try to pay to rent project right now. Yeah, no, nothing.
Best of luck with that project.
Yeah, thanks. It's my least favorite project.
I know how you feel. Though I'm sort of curious for those who want to see, your career bloom even more so, is there any place they can stalk you on the internet?
Facebook.
Under what name?
What was that?
Under what name?
AJ LoCascio.
All right.
LoCascio.
Just in case some of our listeners can't spell, I'm looking at you in the back. And now I'm kind of curious, even though you're mostly working in video games right now, are you planning on attending any events, any conventions, anything like that?
Nothing the only thing that I know I'm attending really is this, there's some sort of Jurassic Park release party that Telltale's doing up in San Francisco, or I don't know if it's a release party. I'm actually not sure what the heck it is. But no, I'm sure I'll pop up at random conventions here and there, and they'll most likely be announced on Facebook.
Awesome. Then you'll get real-life stalkers.
Exactly. Oh, I have a few already from the Jack Sparrow days, so I'm used to it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're probably used to glomps and really awkward women and maybe men.
Oh, yeah. No, I've gotten it all.
So you're already prepared for approaching the geek fandom in their natural habitat.
Yes, I'm ready. I've been to many a convention, so I'm very well aware of the mindset of that community.
Do you actually go to any conventions and dress up yourself, or do you just go there to have fun?
Both. No, I've totally. Me and my friends used to go to the New York Comic Con all the time, and it was kind of like a big deal for us all to. All us film geeks to dress up as some sort of group-themed thing. We did Indiana Jones one year, and we did X-Men another year, and I can't remember what the hell else we did, but I dressed up as Gambit like 4 times, so.
Well, that's actually kind of neat. I mean, you don't hear about a lot of people in the industry actually dressing up, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, why not? It's just, I'm a big Halloween fan, so I was like, all right, it's just Halloween in front of, it's warmer because it's usually during the summer, and it's different. I don't know. It's just Halloween to me.
I will say if I ever get a chance to go to Comic-Con, because I haven't personally, I've mostly gone to anime conventions, I want to go as a Ghostbuster. That would be cool.
That is pretty. That's actually what I was for Halloween.
Well, it's actually kind of funny because, are you aware of the Ghostbusters video game that came out?
Oh, I'm very aware. I played it.
When that came out, I worked at a game store, and so I was very lucky. I got to play a copy of it early, and me and my boss did like a fangirl squeal when he showed it to me. But when it came out, I remember saying, well, this came out, now if a Back to the Future game comes out, my life is complete. And then it happened.
Nice.
It was like it was meant to be, so I'm very happy about that, and I think both myself and all the listeners out there are waiting for the next installment and hoping to hear your performance.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to it as well. I don't know when it's coming out, but next installment should be out soon, so we'll see.
And hopefully there's more action sequences, because I know that the first episode was pretty tame until the end.
Yeah. I honestly don't remember. I'm pretty sure there actually are, though. I remember a lot of me having to avoid gunfire, so hopefully that implies action scenes.
Our death. Death would be bad, though.
No, death would be bad. I don't know if you can die, actually, but we'll see.
And now I'm kind of curious, since we're nearing the end of our interview here, would you like to participate in a 91.8 The Fan tradition?
Of course.
Awesome. We ask everybody if they'd be willing to do a radio bump for us.
Sure.
Now, we do this live on air, so if there's any bloopers, they get to hear it. So no pressure.
Okay. What do you want me to say?
We were wondering if you could say, my name is, you insert your name, I do this, you insert what you do, and you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
91.8. Okay. You ready?
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, this is AJ LoCascio, voice of Marty McFly for the Back to the Future video game, and you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan.
Perfect! That wasn't that hard.
I threw a little bit of Marty in there, too, for you.
I could tell. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is there anything specifically that you want to say to the fans before we leave them?
Oh, just how much I love them. That's really it. Just keep loving me, and I'll keep loving you back.
Well, I'm sure you've already gotten a bunch new fangirls and probably fanboys from this nice adventure into the internet, so I'm sure you'll get lots of love.
Excellent. Ladies, I am single, so you know where to find me.
For everybody else out there, if you missed any of this interview, don't worry, you can catch it up on the website within the next 2 days, so keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan, everything you want and nothing you don't. Coming up next is Double S 501, Time of Destiny.